The EFSB's decisions today were huge. On Labor Day, the beginning of September, Invenergy had two basic arguments in support of the idea that the plant is needed. One was they had this agreement, this capacity supply obligation from the ISO. That disappeared on September 20th. The other argument was, well, the PUC advisory opinion said that we were needed. That disappeared today. This is another nail in Invenergy's coffin. It makes it even more likely than it was before today that the application for a building permit will be denied by the EFSB. This was a huge, huge victory today for the folks who are opposing the power plant. The decision today by the EFSB to reject the PUC advisory opinion makes it again more probable that the permit application will be denied by the EFSB.
Cool. I know I have questions. You have anything?
More procedural questions, I guess. What does this mean for that advisory opinion? Does it need to be rewritten, or what?
No.
What happens?
No. This means that the advisory opinion from the PUC disappears. It doesn't exist. It's not there anymore. So the EFSB won't look at it, won't consider it, won't weigh it. There's no weighing to be done. The advisory opinion disappears. And as all the parties, the EFSB and Invenergy and Burrillville and CLF agree, the EFSB has the legal authority to accept or reject or modify any advisory opinion. So all they were doing today was exercising the legal authority that they have had all along.
So they seem to indicate that the EFSB, that they agreed with Burrillville that the content was outdated and stale.
Yes.
But didn't necessarily agree or disagree with the fact that the plant's not needed. There seems to be a subtle difference there.
Well, the argument that both Burrillville and CLF made is things have changed. The PUC advisory opinion is stale and out of date and isn't worth anything, and the EFSB agreed with that. Now, the issue of whether the plant is needed and what the cost impacts, if any, on ratepayers will be, is now properly before the EFSB, and that's fine. I go back to the first thing I said. This is another very, very, very important nail in Invenergy's coffin. On September 1st, Invenergy had two arguments that the plant is needed. One is we have a capacity supply obligation. The other is that there's a PUC opinion saying the plant is needed. The CSO disappeared on September 20th. The PUC advisory opinion disappeared today. Invenergy now, sitting before the board, has essentially no argument that the plant is needed. That's why today's ruling was so very, very, very important.
Things seemed a little heated at times in there. Some of the words were a little sharper than you normally see.
Yes, Invenergy was unhappy that I pointed out specific examples by reading from the transcript, reading from the record, where Invenergy has misrepresented facts, lied to the ISO, lied to the EFSB, lied to the parties. That's strong language. It was not, these things were not said glibly or casually. I said them slowly, carefully, deliberately, reading from the record the examples to support that, and importantly, you'll notice that Invenergy did not refute them. Right. Mike Glazer did not argue, he didn't disagree, he didn't say I was mistaken, and I think those facts were not lost on the EFSB today. The EFSB saw CLF say in open court, here are the ways in which Invenergy lied. And the EFSB saw Invenergy's lawyers not disagree, not refute it, not say, oh, no, they misunderstood. That's in the record now. And that goes back to, remember CLF's opening statement last, I think, April 26. CLF was saying, even if the plant is needed, which it isn't, and even if the plant didn't cause unacceptable environmental harms, which it would, even in that case, this is not the company to build the plant, because this is a company that has not been honest with the EFSB, with the ISO, or with the parties. And that's what came across today to the EFSB. We gave them examples of that dishonesty, and Invenergy had nothing to say. They could not disagree, and they did not disagree.
Right.
And that's all in the record now, and that will help us between now and the end of the case.